Would you still love me if I was a worm? Is an iconic question that is designed to ascertain the level of love that your partner has for you. Do you love me so much that if through some divine act of God, I transformed into some sort of worm-like creature, would our love persist? Would your heart waver in this wild situation? Do you love me for deeply passionate and intimate reasons? Or is my only purpose to fulfill your physical desires? The answer to that question is yes. I would still love you, if not more, as a worm. Huge fan of worms and what they represent. It is actually one of my life goals to eat a tapeworm, so I can have one of those cool little critters live in my belly. But I'm getting off topic here. Despite how tried and true this funny little phrase is in determining the level of love your partner has for you, I do believe it's a wee bit outdated. Boyfriends and girlfriends everywhere have become so accustomed to this line of questioning that I no longer believe that it is an effective tool in determining whether your partner loves you or not. And honestly, I think we can do a lot better. So I have engineered a whole host of other brand new iconic "would you still love me?" questions to ask your partner to determine if their love for you is true, or if they only value you as a piece of meat. Would you still love me? If I turned into a cow with a big, fat, juicy, meaty fucking udder after touching some sort of magical glowing gem that I found in a cave, would you still milk me and sell my milk at the farmer's market? This question, similar to the worm question, has you transformed into one of God's beautiful creatures. But this time, instead of simply asking if they would still love you in this brand new form, you take it a step further and ask them if they would still partake in all your favorite things to do together as a little critter. There is no doubt in my mind that you would still love me as a cow. But would we still get coffee together and moo about sweet nothings for hours? Would you still take me to the nail salon to get my hooves did so that I may look like the prettiest cow in the pasture? And would we still sell our goods at the farmer's market together like we do every Sunday? Would our romance change if I turn into a cow with a big old meaty udder? Moo, moo, moo. If I pulled out an ostrich egg and proceeded to unhinge my jaw and eat it like a python, would your love for me increase or decrease? This question sort of turns the formula on its head. We aren't transforming into any sort of critter here. We are instead asking them, if I started displaying behavior that some might deem bizarre, but not really problematic. It's not like I'm unhinging my jaw and eating like a guy or a rat or nothing like that. I am simply following in the footsteps of my favorite reptile and eating eggs like how they do. I have presumably been honing this skill now for many years, and I finally have it in a place where I am comfortable and confident to show the person who I love most in the world. And I just want to know if your perception of me would change after I showed you my bleeding heart, after revealing that I am a woman who enjoys eating eggs like anacondas. If we got stuck in a time loop, and the only way for you to escape was to brutally murder me with your bare hands, would you do so in order to escape this time loop that we find ourselves and our love in? Now, this is a question that you only ask if you're considering marriage. A question that is meant to determine if the person that you gave your entire heart to is capable... What? Of committing the rest of their life to you. Would they choose to live out the same day with you for all of eternity? Or would they stab you in the heart and watch you bleed out in their arms? All so they can see the next day without you. Oof, I got goose pimples. If they choose to live out the same day with you for the rest of time, then your love truly is meant to be. But if they choose to exit the loop, then I think it's time to reconsider if this really is the person that you want to be with till death. Now, these are only a handful of my new and improved "would you still love me" questions that are designed to ascertain the level of love your partner has for you. Feel free to use these iconic new questions in your relationships to figure out if they really are the one, or if you need to ditch that zero and get with someone who would eat you down to your core if you turned into a big, red, juicy apple after getting cursed by a nasty, rotten, freaking witch. Wait, witches turn you into apples? I thought they turned into like mouses or frogs or stuff like that.